Hey, what's happening, everybody? Good evening. Happy Friday to you. Hope that your week was as smooth and pleasant as possibly available to you here. Thank you for joining us here at Roleplaying Unlimited at the 100th Meridian. I, your host, Tragically HP, will weave the adventure for the next few hours for our Friday evening table playing Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen. We are on our 7th session with a party of level 4 characters. They are just a fair way into the 4th chapter of this module here, so let's see what happens with our adventure tonight, shall we?
Ah! What the fuck is that?
Hi, everybody.
What's up?
Okay.
Hello, hello.
Listen, I'm trying to watch your stream, but I don't see any streaming.
Well, I don't want to insult you with the have you turned it off and back on again, but yeah, I can't fathom why it wouldn't be showing for you. Is anybody else having that issue? Because it is showing clear on mine anyway.
I had to do that. I loaded in early, and then when I saw you were here, I just did a refresh, and boom, it showed up.
Hard.
Yeah, I just did that. It worked.
Well, that works out great. Well, we are back as I was saying at the start of the stream here, in our Dragonlance campaign, Session 7. Last session, our characters, thank you for the resub there, Drunk Pally, much appreciated. 11-month streak, very nice. Our characters got to know the lay of the land a bit more in Calaman. A lot of plot dump in that regard as far as here's what you can find in the area around. After getting sorted and being placed in service of the Calaman military, our characters had a bit of time for resting and getting to explore the city before our friend young Darrett, who was the squire of Lady Becklin back in Vogler, he is now not necessarily your character's superior, but due to his experience in the Knights of Solamnia, as well as being an NPC, he has been placed in a position as a sort of a liaison between the commanders in Calaman and your group, i.e., they will tell him the mission, he will relay that information to you. And that is how our characters made our way into the wilderness south of Calaman, into this direction here, where more specifically, let's go through some of that here just to get it all right. Yeah, for those of you who did not see this last time around, this is where we ended our last session here at Rickeldust's workshop. 12 miles south of Calaman, a gnome inventor named Tatina Rickeldust lives. Your characters were sent to her home to see if she knew anything about the dragon-like construct that you encountered during your escape from Vogler. Even if she happens to know nothing, the Calaman forces and leaders would like to meet with her and hopefully recruit her as an advisor. And on our way from Calaman to this location, we did encounter a Kender wanderer named Trapspringer, who asked if our characters had encountered any dragons. And, of course, the construct dragon back in Vogler was the one that we encountered, so That is the last known trajectory there for Trapspringer, heading off back to Vogler to investigate sightings of dragons. For those of you familiar with Dragonlance lore, Trapspringer is one of the more notable Kender, aside from Tasselhoff. As your characters came within sight of Rickeldust's home, you could see the unusual structure standing on a hill, resembling both a cottage and a metal fortress. The building bristles with steaming pipes and whirring devices. It is currently under siege. Amidst clanking metal contraptions, clockwork drones more or less, goblins try to breach the structure, impeded by gadgets that spin, snap, and thrash in the yard. Every few moments, a gnome appears from an open clock face above the door and hucks a new clockwork calamity at the attackers while cackling and yelling insults. The home is currently under attack by 10 goblins, and standing well back from the chaos, a hobgoblin leader. The goblinoids are decked out in dark armor with a spiral symbol, the same colors and symbol that you have seen worn by Red Dragon Army troops. And there is no battle map for this. This is entirely theater of the mind. We do have the little picture. Again, I will pop that up here for you. But yeah, theater of the mind for this one here. So if we are intent on getting into this here, let's join the initiative that the hobgoblins and goblins will get going. And feel free to just drag your token out anywhere onto the map here. In the Kalaman Vogler region, I guess this hex would be specifically where we're at. But we can't all fit in the same hex, but you'll need your tokens to roll initiative. Need to adjust these guys here real quick. Oops. I think it's cruel that the copy and the delete button are right next to each other. Alright, works well enough. Goblin initiative. Anybody been looking at the new D&D stuff upcoming?
I really haven't spent a lot of time looking at that kind of stuff.
I've just seen like what little like articles and stuff people put out, or like little ads that they've done for themselves. That's all I've really seen.
Likewise, yeah, I haven't done any research or exploration, but it's definitely a topic right now.
It really seems like it's more of like a 5.5 type situation as opposed to like a whole new edition.
Right, I do like that they're specific on Roll20 as far as your pre-order. It specifically states that it's fully compatible with all 5e stuff that's come out already.
I've heard also they've broken a couple of characters like the warlocks and stuff like that. And
What, like 9 Eldritch Blasts at level 1?
no, I don't. I mean broken in a bad way to the GM. I mean in a bad way to the players. Like, you know, they get a couple more spell slots, but they also lose some of their warlockness, you know, so to speak.
Interesting.
Have you heard what they're doing to Paladin?
I have not.
Changed it so you get spells from level 1, and you can choose any fighting style from any class,
Huh.
essentially.
I do
There's
like
also
one
like
thing that I saw as far as most of your beginning abilities will be based on your background and experiences as opposed to what your class or species race happen to be.
yeah, it's sounding pretty good so far.
Seems like it. We'll definitely check it out. Everybody got their tokens here. I'm just going to scooch y'all in a little bit more. And looks like our initiative is good. So, from the way that we're approaching this, I mean the hobgoblin is between us and the goblins who are sieging the place. So I would say our characters are approaching from 50 feet out. The hobgoblin is about 25 feet out, and then the goblins are the full 45, 50 feet out towards the home itself. So feel free to get into that how you like here. And 1, 2, 3. Oh, yep, we got a new character joining us here as well. Have we gotten all of that set? Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and yet we have one extra character here somehow. Oh no, there he is. He's all set. Okay. We just need to get your name tag and your token all set up there, Johnny. Welcome back, by the way. Might still be figuring out the push to talk. Okay. Getting there. And while we're doing this, let's go back through our character introductions here, because we do have a new character and a... I'm not quite sure what Paul did. I think he rebranded his character per the little house rule I have, where before level 3, if you're just dissatisfied with the character, you can rebrand them. So the guy we've been traveling with is not the guy we've been traveling with, is how I understand it.
It's a demon.
I would say that everything's pretty much happened the same way. Like, his emotions would still be the same and all the roles would... The way he's acted would be the same, just a different idea of him.
Gotcha. Alright, well I've got tokens all set up here. We should all see name tags and all that good stuff. And one final initiative dropped in here. So, Esther, you are up first. Theater of the Mind here, 25 feet out, hobgoblin, 50 feet out, bunch of goblins, objective, etc. Tell us about your character and get it rolling.
Sorry, I was finishing eating. So my name is Esther. I am a Kender, so I'm very small. I'm a small boy. Excuse me, gross. I've got green eyes. If you look at me, I weigh like 80 pounds. I'm so small. I'm barely, I'm just under 4 feet tall. I've got real light, fair skin, dark hair, bright green eyes. I like to tactically acquire items. though I'm trying to stop that because I want to be better than my race. I want to be more than just a jokester, a little uh, thief, a little sneaky boy. I want to become something. So I became a sorcerer. I joined the Mage of High Sorcery. I'm an initiate. I'm working my way up. Gotta work on it. We just joined, so yeah.
Getting total. I'm getting total recall vibes from some of that backstory, especially. I want to do something with my life. I want to be somebody.
It's gonna be better than Total Recall. Don't you worry.
So, what you thinking with your turn here?
I Yeah, I'm gonna scoot back 30 feet. How close are these goblins to each other?
They're scattered over. I don't know. They'll not all be killed with one AOE. Save some for the rest of the party.
Are any of them within 5 feet of each other? I guess would be a better question.
There are. There are also numerous clockwork devices in the same area, if we have any care at all about not damaging our potential allies' constructs.
All right. I'm gonna use a Sacred Flame.
Okay.
On 2 of the goblins that are right next to each other.
Okay, and that will absolutely hit constructs as well, as per the state of the combat, every goblin is engaged with one of these things. Is it a added benefit to that allows you to target 2 of them?
Yeah, it's my sorcery subclass.
Just keep on posting.
Yep, looking for it.
Dex save, I'll get that rolling. Lost my cactus sheets. Oh, okay, gotcha. Looks like the second one will make the save, just narrowly. The first one failed it, so we can see some damage dealt right here. Otherwise, that's move action.
That looks about it.
All right. Let's pass it back to Katie. Tell us a bit about your character, if you would, please.
Well, unlike Esther, I don't think Logana they be better. I don't want to be better. I don't care about being better. I just want revenge. I just want to do whatever the fuck I want to do. And so that's what I'm going to do this whole time, and I'm going to piss off Sir Reginald. He might try to kill me at some point during this campaign. We'll see. Personally, I think I'm fun and lovable, and I don't think he's actually going to do it, but he talks a big game, so we'll see. But I think I have to rework just a little bit of this character, because me and Wally kind of created our characters together. And so my backstory depended a lot on his character. Now he's not here anymore, so...
Yeah, that's a
So I might
sad,
have to rethink some of
sad
that.
thing.
It is a very sad thing. He needs to come back. I miss him.
He really
That was my
does.
bestie.
Logan, get your ass back here.
Logan, where you at? Let's see. I was a prisoner of war, kind of, and then I like escaped, and so kind of working on that, working through some of that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean that's all I can like solidly say without invoking everything that I did with Wally. 'Cause now that's all that's all null and void now.
Well,
And then
that's fair enough.
yeah, so I'll think of some more stuff.
I will
But-
say, per Logan's request, because when he stepped out from the table, we were in the middle of our daily streamiversary prize stuff going on back in April. And he won himself a instant level up. And per his character's request, we are going to pass that over to Ziliana at some point during tonight's session.
Yeah,
So,
he needs to come back. That's my best friend right now. Having more than 28 hit points would slap.
So yeah, that should boost you up to level 5, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my
But
God.
go
That'd be
ahead and
awesome.
go ahead and take your turn, and then start knocking that out when you find a moment. And where the hell is my
Okay.
weed?
Not at my house, I promise.
I have everything here except for the fucking weed itself. That's a bummer.
Everything except the one thing you need.
Yeah, got pipe, got box, got grinder, got lighter, tools. Where's the ganja?
Goblins on ground. Hopefully not flying goblins, because right now, for some reason, I'm just picturing the flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz. Don't ask me why.
Definitely not flying. There's just all these weird contraption drone things that are also in the field with them that you're not really sure how they might respond to you if you were to get in close.
Well, you know me. I fight like I have 100 HP when I only have 28, so I'm gonna get closer and stab.
Alrighty. We going for the one that just got sacred flamed?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
There we are, the nat ones. There they are, the double
Wow.
natty ones.
Wow.
Surely that's gotta be some sort of prize, right?
Logan, come back!
I don't, like, honestly, I don't think I was rolling nat ones that often when Logan was here. was good luck.
Wow.
He's come back. I'm so boned.
That's
Okay.
just awful.
Great.
That's some awful.
I mean, we saw it coming though, right? I think this
Yikes.
happened on Wednesday and Monday games as well, so.
Yeah.
So I will bonus action disengage and then just trot my happy little ass away
Just the
and hope they ignore me.
I'll get those natural ones out of the way now.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, like they're ever fully out of the way. Come on. You've played with me for how long? Like, no.
Katie rolls D1s.
I mean, you probably missed so badly he didn't even realize you attacked him.
I somehow ended up stabbing myself. And Sir Reginald's laughing.
And let's hear a bit about our rebranded friend here.
Hello, this is Lance Smithy. He is somewhat scared right now. He used to used to be a criminal, working in the underbelly kind of world, and got a job to rob a military installation and put on the uniform to try and sneak in, and has kind of been riding the wave ever since. Got caught, managed to pretend to be in this army, and has just been, like I said, riding the wave ever since.
All right. And what you thinking for your turn here?
How far away is the hobgoblin again?
25, 30 feet tops.
I'll close with him.
Okay.
Oh. Bonus action, fainting strike. Fainting attack, sorry, to give me advantage.
Okay.
And I'll attack him.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Does a 23 hit?
Considerably.
And then damage with superiority die. 15.
All right. And yeah, he never saw it coming. He briefly turned in response to the motion that he saw over there. He saw a magic spell take effect. Somebody else kind of skitter into combat and skitter out just as quickly, and then a brief flash of metal, and and now he's dead.
Oh, dang. Lance is just incredibly surprised.
Sucks to be you, man.
Surprise, shorty.
Yeah, this is a much different ball game than the Coalescence, as far as the power scale. So that's your move. That's your action. Anything else? Oh, you used your bonus action too.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so the goblins will. Most of them are plenty busy as it is. Well, I do think the slaying of the leader will warrant a response at least from 2 of them. So they will close the 30 feet or so, step into a flank, and see what they can do to avenge their fallen hobgoblin buddy. That's an 18 to strike.
That's a hit.
The second one got an 11 to strike.
As a miss, and I'll repulse.
Okay, the strike that hit was for 8 slashing. That will absolutely hit.
I wouldn't get sneak attack, wouldn't I?
I don't think you would. It could be eligible under the right circumstances.
18?
Well, I mean, I don't think anybody's under any delusions that a goblin would have had more HP than the hobgoblin, so yeah, that was the last mistake he'll ever make. Otherwise, the rest of the goblins are fully engaged in trying to smash these clockwork devices. We will just check on their responses here. 1, 2, 3. We'll do 4. Average that. Some decent bashing going on here as we pass it over to Doc. Tell us a bit about your character, please.
Good evening, Doc P at your service. I'm a short, stocky little creature that's covered from head to toe in black robes with a bird-like mask and the symbol of my goddess imprinted on me. I am very averse to all things unclean, and I just want to spread healing to the world.
Very cool. And for your turn, what do we got?
Alright, so I just saw a goblin attack one of my teammates, so I'm going to go ahead and try and shoot him with my light crossbow.
An 18 will hit that goblin, absolutely. For minimum damage, sadly, so ow!
Like I said, I heal, I don't fight. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and stay kind of back and end my turn with that.
All right, and J-Man playing Hawakan. Thank you.
Walk-on is a half elf, half Abyssinian plainsman from the edge of Quellanosty Forest. He has he showed a talent and a potential for the magic of words and the spoken language, and was taken in by the High Tower Sorcery to see if they could train him. He's not quite a wizard, so they couldn't quite train him the way they would train other people, so he's got a lot more freedom to learn other ways than they normally would give. And he came to Vogler for the funeral, and he is now here, I guess. I'm not even really sure what happened after that.
Yeah, after we had the escape from Vogler, we just used our constructed rafts to make our way to Kalaman, which is the major city in the area, and their leaders are in a better position to prepare against the Red Dragon Army assault on this area.
Okay. So the goblin that just got shot and is attacking Lance, I'm going to look over at him and just say, "Oi, why are you so ugly, mate?"
He immediately starts trying to clear bogeys out of his nose. Well, wisdom is not so much happening there. And that happens to be his remaining hit point value also. A slain goblin.
Right, I'll have my short bow out as well, just in case, but I'll kind of remain here, seeing what else is going on, since they're all fighting the other things at this point.
Alright. And Kadar Truseer, played by Johnny. It's been almost a year since I've heard your voice, brother, so hoping to hear it here in a few seconds. Welcome back.
All right, so I got this mic figured out.
Hey, brother, welcome back, man. How are you?
Doing all right. So Kadar is a human. Started having visions when he was. Hold on a sec. Sorry, I had a kid trying to help me out.
Love it.
Kadar started having visions when he was about 5, and tested into the sorcery, well, as a wizard, and kind of was trained up a little farther than some of you. And he will look at this group of goblins over here and how many of them fit in a 20-foot cube.
I'd say 4 of them.
All right, let's see if we can kind of stick him up a little bit.
Oh. Let's see. Dex saves. Oh, when they start their turn, so it's one of those things. Okay. Well, I'm just going to roll their saves now just so we can determine who is not. 2. So one of them made their save, the other 3 did not. So we'll just throw some webs on 3 of them to indicate that. Or a net anyway. There we go.
Yeah, that'll finish my turn.
Alright, brother. So there we go. The 3 southernmost will be webbed once their turn starts. Technically, they're just in the area trying to navigate through it. Of course, any of you who approach either of those three are at risk of also being webbed. Reginald, our final player character here for introductions, go ahead and tell us a bit about yourself.
That's Sir Reginald, sir. Sir Reginald of Solamnia. I am a knight and, unbeknownst to most people, a paladin because religion and gods are not as forthright in these lands. Originally, I was a knight of Solamnia, and then after several campaigns and coming back to find my family slaughtered, I gave up the armor and weapons, went into a more of a drunken, brawly type bad stuff until I found myself traveling to the funeral in which a pit stop happened, whereas I actually met my goddess, who bestowed upon me my paladin abilities. As I got back to town through my words and deeds, I actually was able to regain the status of a Knight of Solamnia. And I am here as a weapon of my goddess. And, you know, don't tell the thief, but I'm not all good myself. So I just talk tough and probably won't cut off her hands.
And let's
Maybe.
not
Oh,
forget
dude. Don't show your hand like that, my guy.
And so he's I have my find steed spell that I've cast like days ago and such. So I'm mounted on my horse, I take my lance, I avoid the webs, and I try to smite down one of these little goblins, and someone tore the hobgoblin out of my vengeance. So
yeah, when I dropped that hobgoblin down with 11 hit points, I'm like, he ain't gonna last very long, but he'll look cool for a second or two. Yeah, look at me, I'm dead. Okay, joke. Well, 12 ain't gonna hit nobody.
okay. Well, I have hold on a second. Extra attack. So as I ride by that goblin that I missed, I'm going to strike at another goblin.
Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Holy shit. Come on, man. Dice. Fucking dice. Alright.
Wouldn't it
Well,
be-
I guess that
wouldn't-
ends my turn.
Wouldn't there be advantage against someone that's restrained?
They're
I had to
technically...
avoid the webs.
They're also technically not restrained until their turn.
Oh, yeah,
I just
sorry,
rolled.
you're right.
Yeah. Just wanted to get the rolls out the way. Okay, so, I mean, you kick up a lot of dirt and what have you, and briefly cloud the battlefield with that, but otherwise, round 2, back to Esther.
Sick. I'd like to use magic missile. And are there two goblins that are still next to each other?
There are.
Sick. So yeah, I'm gonna use magic missile, 2 on one and 1 on the other.
Okay. Right, so 5 and 3. And we have 2 injured goblins.
And then I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points to quicken a spell and use bonus action for the cantrip Sacred Flame again. And because they're next to each other, I'm gonna hit them both.
Okay. One of them will nat 20 their save. The other one will fail it spectacularly, and another goblin is down.
And then I'll move back 30 more feet.
Okay. That's going to put you over 100 feet away from the action at this point.
Beautiful.
Katie, over to your turn.
All right, word. So I'm surrounded by dead goblin bodies, which is super fun. Can I loot their bodies? Or do they have some loot for me to steal? Because I'm told I'm allowed to steal from enemies, so without
I
threat to my
mean,
own self.
you do see pouches on their belts and their bandoliers.
I'm gonna take those pouches.
All right. That will be your action to do so.
Yes, it will, and I'm gonna stay over here in the safety of dead bodies.
And Lance, who's got a bit of blood rushing from that brief slash right there, back over to you.
I'm just going to attack the closest goblin to me.
Okay.
So just attack this one.
Are you approaching? Do you want to approach one of the ones that's webbed? Because you'll risk being webbed yourself. You could just move around a little bit further and attack one that is not webbed, if you want to avoid that risk.
Yeah, I'll go for one that's not webbed.
Okay.
Just a normal attack.
Okay. 15 will hit on the money.
No sneak attack, just 6.
Oh, all right. Well, that is the difference between a dead goblin and a goblin with 1 hit point left.
I'll just sneeze in his face.
Allergies.
Yeah, that'll do me.
Okay, so now the 3 goblins that start their turn in the web are restrained. They cannot move. Well, shit. Let's check perceptions for these goblins. Holy shit, 16, 16, 17 with a -1 to start. Okay. Well, how smart are they, though? Yeah, I'd say only one of them. 2 of them know who it is who has ensnared them, but they look down at their scimitar and their short bow, and they note that the wizard responsible for the spell is at range. So they continue with their scimitars and bash on the clockwork things that are right next to them. At disadvantage, they still hit and still destroy a couple more of these things. Only one of the goblins recognizes that the short bow shoots things at range and can perhaps hit this pesky spellcaster. At disadvantage, that is a 15 to strike at Kadar.
Nope, that misses.
All right. Arrow sails wide. That will handle the 3 of them. There's 1 in melee with Lance, so we'll handle that. Oh, could have been a natural 20 if we had a flank. Otherwise, it's a 10. And the other 3 goblins are going to continue on with what they're doing against these clockwork things. No real success. And back over to Ken's turn.
Right, 1 second, I'm going to repost one of the one that missed me, sorry.
Ooh, you guys are burning resources left and right against goblins.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, he is well past the dead threshold at this point.
I didn't realize it was something that was.
Yeah, you almost killed him the first time. He had no hope of survival on that. But yeah, Ken, what you got? Am I getting that right? Doc's turn? Oh, did he step away?
Wake up!
You with us, cowboy?
Wake up!
Grab a bush, put it on my cup.
That scared the shit out of me, dude.
All right, I'm thinking he
He said he's
stepped.
having mic issues.
Oh, okay.
You can just type it in what you're doing.
Also possible. The Shosteen begins. Shooting the goblin that shot at Kadar. Okay. Well, it's restrained, so you have advantage, which means that hits, and you did exactly enough damage to shoot it through the throat, and it looks at you like with a brief look of surprise before it just dies right there in the dirt.
That's called proactive healing.
That's
You monster.
the Mace of Healing. Bonk. Ow, you son of a... Oh, thank you. All right, back to J-Man. And then there were 5. 2 of them you've already got trapped for the time being.
No, it looks like there's one that's pretty hurt.
Oh yeah, that one is pretty beat up.
I will look at him and say, can you not smell yourself? How are you not dead already?
Oh god, it does smell itself. And assuming you do more than 1 point of damage, it dies in the attempt. Oh god, he's right.
I mean, it does get a wisdom save.
It does. I have all of my rolls set for GM layer, so you guys can you guys can see them in the stream, but otherwise they're not visible. And actually, I didn't even set them. For some reason, the modules, like half of them have them all preset that way.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So seeing that, I'll be like, all right, and kind of watch the other ones. I mean, the ones in webs can obviously still shoot at us if they wanted to. We've seen that, so I'm watching them still too. But just seeing who might need help.
Yeah, the one that was in the webs that was smart enough to shoot is dead. The other 2 are otherwise engaged with. Is that a set of fake teeth that's just kind of clacking along the ground and biting?
The gnome that was throwing these out the window, is she still up there watching this?
She pops out once around to throw a few more devices out onto the field, hurl some curses, and then she drops back in. It also appears that you guys can smell it from here. She is a few sheets to the wind here.
Okay, well, I'll kind of watch for her to pop out and, like, kind of wave at her when she does.
All right. Johnny, that's back to you.
All right, so I'll point at this one over here. That was the wrong tool. Point at this one over here. And be like, I have seen your.
Oh, it's 120 feet. Holy crap. Well, yeah, that's gonna hit, and that's gonna finish that one off. And looks like we have 1 free goblin and 2 that are restrained. Scoot on back over to the Kender Sorcerer back there as well. We got our long-range magic support.
All right, we'll try my lance again on one of the free goblins.
Yeah, let's see if you can contribute in this fight. Hey, there you go. On the free goblin, you said?
Yep.
All right. That will finish that one off in one shot.
Yeah, and I'm not going to be able to get to one of the webbed goblins, so I'm just going to hang out here to make sure that it doesn't run this way.
On horseback? Absolutely, you could.
In the webs?
Oh, yeah. And plus, don't you have reach with your lance on horseback?
Yeah, but doesn't the... Is that like near the edge of the webs, or is that like near the middle of the webs? Because I have a reach of 10 feet.
I would say one of them you would have reach on without endangering your own movement. Oh, geez. Well, yeah, that'll hit, but sucky damage.
But wait, why? Hold on. Because I have a +4 on my strength. How the hell did I get a 1? You know?
Yeah, and it says you're supposed to be
it
says you're supposed to be re-rolling anything that's under a 2. Well, that's a lot different.
Yeah, I'm going to have to fix these things.
Yep, it's been a while. Sometimes these character sheets, when they update them, our macros don't all stay in place, and our even our basic attacks get some kind of a snafu. Well, okay. Back to the... well, wait, we've got something in between the round here, since we have a character... adjacent to a, or was adjacent to a goblin, but now there's this thing. On a 4, one of these random devices that was attacking the goblins turns on Lance. It is a bundle of thrashing cords that attempts to whip around your character. This calls for a dexterity saving throw, or you will be restrained until the end of your next turn. So much like the webbed goblin, one of these devices is going to try to do the same thing to you. Oh, yeah, you're good. The save was pretty low, so you managed to avoid that. Top of the next round, it is over to Esther.
Dick, I'm going to use a firebolt on the last goblin.
Okay. And all the goblins are now dead. That will close out our initiative.
And Zill is going to loot every single one of these bodies.
Yes, ma'am.
Nope, still not adding the strength score into it.
What the hell, Bobby?
That's working out.
Hello, what's all this then? You here to try and break me stuff too? The gnome appears through an aperture above the workshop doors.
We have no interest in breaking your devices, but please call them off so we don't have to damage them further.
Dragon army. Yay or nay?
Nay, that's why we just killed these goblins for you.
Yeah, well... that makes sense. Okay. She activates a control somewhere on this harness of buttons and switches that she is wearing, and the device is shut down. And she steps out through the front door and looks somewhat remorseful at the devices that were damaged, at least 10 of them.
I'm glad we were able to get here in time to aid you in this, although your devices seem to be holding their own for the most part.
They would have been dead in any case, you know.
But
So
you
who
can
are
get,
you?
Trinkets.
I was gonna look over at Reginald.
We are representatives from Kalaman.
The Lollipop
and we
Guild.
We've come to ask for your aid to assist in the Dragon War.
What do you need my assistance for?
It seems that your knowledge of gadgets and items can come in great handy for defeating them.
Well, not only can I create what needs creating, but I can create it better, you know.
So, would you grace us with your presence and come back with us to Kalaman?
Possibly. What's in it for me?
I can tell you a tale of a great mechanical weapon that we had to face in Vogler. Perhaps you have never seen anything like it.
Oh? Tell the tale. I'm quite eager to hear it.
So you'll come with us then. It's a long story. We'd have to talk on the way.
Oh, very well. You can roll a sleight of hand if you want to try to steal something from her. Hey, that's not belong to you. You put that down right now.
I'm sorry. I just, saw it out here running around, I thought they were up for grabs.
Oh, it'll grab you if you're not careful with it in a spot that might be quite painful.
So what you're saying is if it grabs me, I can grab it?
You should certainly defend yourself, but best to just keep away entirely.
Oh, all right.
I'm gonna look down and I'm gonna say kind of quietly, you don't want to offend our potential ally, so be silent and be still.
Hey, Katie, add 84 gold pieces to your character sheet.
Man, now you want me to do math?
And then also 24 silver and 68 copper. Just kidding. Now we got a nickel and dime and pennies and everything. She spits on some of the goblin bodies as she's cleaning up the remains of her constructs.
I will aid her if she requires it to speed things along.
Thank you, thank you.
If it's taking them a while, I want to kind of try and gather the bodies into a pile to burn.
Okay. Yeah, you
Esther's
imagine.
absolutely gonna sit down and just watch them.
All right. Yeah, you imagine this will take at least like half hour to an hour. This isn't the first time these type came here. It was many weeks ago. a stranger in red and black armor asked to purchase my weed clearing device, but with a few modifications to make it resemble a mythical dragon of sort. I've never seen one, so I kind of winged it. He hired me for another device for some sort. He was supposed to pick up today. Instead, these miscreants showed up and demanded that I turn over the weapons. I am not in the business of conducting my affairs in such way, so this is where you found me in a heated disagreement with those foul goblins.
Indeed. Let me ask you a question. Did this device that you already built and delivered, did it look like this?
That's my weed clearing apparatus.
Oh my, well, I feel I must inform you that you did indeed sell that device to this dragon army, and they used it as a weapon against the people of Vogler.
This was not the arrangement that I made.
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I mean, if it's... I don't know if it's any real consolation, but it exploded. I don't think they used it right.
That serves them right then, doesn't it?
It killed them along with its destruction as well.
But you said they had you build another one, or was it something else?
Something different entirely. I made several of them. They called for them. But I'll tell you, I'm more than happy to pass them along to the lot of you, free of charge. It's something that I call the Far Gab.
I'm intrigued.
So you'll give us a far gap, but you won't let me take one of these here constructs?
She kind of looks at you somewhat confusingly. She doesn't understand the question.
I also look over at Esther with a look like, what?
Even Zill's looking at it like, what the fuck?
So yeah, this is an 18-mile walkie-talkie. It is quite cumbersome, backpack-sized device. So imagine each of your characters, part of your starting equipment is a backpack of all sorts of gear. So this isn't. It is by no means a small device, but it is incredibly useful. But just make sure you don't contact your party if they're on a stealth mission miles away from you. Could prove useful in the missions to come.
I mean, how does it work? Like, what's the mechanics of it?
If you scroll down the picture that I showed you there, it should show all that.
It's similar to a sentence spell.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as they're within 18 miles. But because it has speakers, it emits sound and that can be heard from up to 10 feet away, unless you're R2 and then you stuff it inside. R2.
I'm gonna strap mine to my horse.
I didn't agree to this, Wilbur.
So when somebody calls over here,
Well, he actually strapped it to the other side. Rusty! Rusty!
I'll put one
well,
on my back.
that could prove very useful for, military commanders and such.
Yes, of course. I have a few extra as well that I will be happy to pass along when we reach Calaman.
Excellent.
Would you like to ride upon my horse?
Well, now you're just spoiling me.
Can I ride on your horse?
No. So, and I
Can I
help
steal
her
your
onto the
horse?
horse.
Oh, she goes to sit on the horse, and it turns out that Katie's riding off on it. Wait a minute. You've been thieved.
Yeah, it wouldn't move because it's intelligent.
That's how thieved it's been. All right, so the journey back to the city is uneventful. To quick change that little bit right there, the city leaders will graciously welcome Rookledust as their guest. She is given comfortable lodgings like all of you. And over the coming days, she will advise them on what little she knows about the Dragon Army. And will also possibly be coming up with some inventions that will aid Calaman in the days to come. Our characters will have a few days reprieve following that mission, so unless you're just going to go out carousing the entire time, a long rest will likely be called for at some point.
Can I go look for someone named Whitehan?
You sure can.
Yeah, I gotta find whoever I got the scroll to as well. I think it's the same one.
Okay.
Yep, Whitehan and Calaman.
Well,
Yeah.
1 second here.
As we are getting ready to go, I'll look over at Esther and be like, you didn't open yours, did you?
I'm pretty sure I let you hold on to it because I'm not a fan of reading books.
I've only got mine. I've only ever had mine. If you don't have yours, you have the problem.
Well, this is awkward. Let me search my things. What? Ah, here it is.
Oh, good.
Well, there it is on the Calaman map, just west of Castle Calaman, Wyhan's Apothecary. Since you guys, I guess, both of you were not here for the last session here, we will at least recap that location. Yeah, I'm already wanting to recap all of this again, so let's just scan past it. If you want to hear about all of the 10-minute narration here, check our last session, available on YouTube and all Wallbugs. Wyhan is a black-robed mage of high sorcery. Though supposedly retired, she keeps a shop that deals in wares that few in Calaman need. Her apothecary sells the occasional good luck charm. And both of you are aware that if you inquire in the right way, you may be able to gain access to esoteric spell components through her as well. Now, that being said, we arrive at the apothecary's store here. It is an easily found building with foggy windows obscuring a selection of charms and occult trappings for sale. It is only open during the day. Within, the smells are of licorice and pepper. The modest shop has a few meager tables displaying good luck charms, odd animal bones, and vials advertising various remedies. At the rear of the shop, a human woman with raven hair and a dark dress with feathered wing-like sleeves stands behind a counter heaped with open books. She looks up from her reading, eyes you with disinterest, and then goes back to her book.
Kind of look at Esther like with like a face of like, really, black robe? Kind of looking. I'm like, excuse me, are you White Hand?
I am.
Myself and my friend here, we have been tasked to bring a scroll to you.
You are interested in joining the mages of high sorcery. You've been given this scroll to deliver to me. Give it to me.
Correct. I'll hand mine over.
She looks at the candor.
Oh, you want both? I'll hand it over.
All right. And just for clarification, as I recall, neither of you opened it, right?
Correct.
I did not open mine.
All right, because she will know. You were told that she would know. Okay. So we are going to take a look-see at your character sheets here. She's looking over Hawakan's scroll first and is eyeing it with interest. And she then turns her gaze upon you. Why do you think you're worthy of using magic?
For me, it's never been a question of worth. It's just a talent I've always had, and it felt more appropriate to learn to focus and channel that power for the good of my community and for others than to let it sit and go to waste.
Then would you say you serve your magic, or does your magic serve you?
Perhaps I am more of a conduit for the magic to work its good upon the world, although obviously I can control that energy as well to suit my ends.
How would you change the world with your magic?
The guy gets this look like, whoa, that's a deep question. I would, well, for one, I would definitely do what I can to stop this red dragon army that's on its way. And assuming we can do that, then help to make the world a kinder, better place.
And what if you were to lose your magic? What would you do?
I would continue to do what I could to better the world around me. I mean, before I could control my magic, I learned the ways of my people to hunt, to fight, and to tell stories without my magic. I would just continue to do that.
She rips open the second scroll. This figures. She chuckles at whatever is contained within Esther's scroll. And you, how would you change the world with your magic?
Change the world? I've I've never thought about changing the world. I just want to balance it, I guess. Keep it even, you know? Everyone's happy. I mean, I don't know. I never thought about changing the world.
But what makes you think that you are worthy of magic to begin with?
Maybe the fact that I was born with it. I can use it. I mean, if just being able to use magic doesn't make me worthy, then why can I use it?
Well, anyone can wield a blade, but for one's own safety and for the safety of those around them, not everyone should.
Which is why we seek training.
But of course, do you serve your magic, or does it serve you?
I would like to think my magic serves me. I don't feel any negativity from it. It doesn't change my mood. I mean, I'm not hearing thoughts in my head. I mean, so I would like to think it serves me.
What would you do if you ever lost your magic?
Lose my magic. Well, I guess I would find out why I've lost it, and I would try to get it back.
I see. You are both quite inept in the ways of magic. There is much more to learn, as I am certain you know. What you view at this point as power and talent are but the briefest glimmers of what the totality of magic has to offer. Nonetheless, I recommend, and she looks over at Hawakan, that you joined the Order of the White Robe. And looking over to Esther, for you I would recommend the Order of the Red Robe. I will contact my fellow mages of the High Sorcery and petition for your inclusion in our organization. I shall contact you when I hear back from the leaders at the Tower of High Sorcery in Wayreth. When the time comes, I shall aid you in obtaining transport, so that you can undertake the test of High Sorcery.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
She nods.
Wonderful.
Nods again. Have you any
Is there
further
any
business?
Was interested in learning about spells and the appropriate way to cast and procure casting equipment.
Try a persuasion roll. Seems like a worthy pursuit after one has completed the test of High Sorcery.
Very well. I'll see you later then.
I should
I do
hope
have a
so.
question. Do you happen to... I see you have many different sundries here. Do you happen to have any items for sale? Perhaps potions of healing or the like?
I do keep some alchemical restoratives in stock. Potions of healing, yes, I do have available for 60 gold pieces per.
Did you say 60?
Yes.
I just checked my character sheet. I'm fucking broke.
Uh-oh.
I want
Very
to
good.
whisper, is that a lot? That seems like a lot.
Are you about to call me an asshole?
I was gonna say, it's good to know. I don't have any coin really with me at the moment, but I know where to come to get some when I have it.
Very well. I was ecstatic over a potential sale. You've robbed me of that.
Oh, you'll still get a sale, just not right at this moment.
We don't keep our gold on us in case of thievery.
That is the smartest thing you've said since you've walked into my store.
Oof.
I just got a smirk.
I love
and-
this woman. I'm not even there, and I love this woman.
I
This
just
is
got
my
a
new
smirk
wife. This
and-
is my new Friday night wife.
yeah. I just get a smirk, nod in her direction, and I start to leave.
If I were there, I'd be like, "This is the smartest thing he's probably said all campaign."
Poor Esther.
Wonderful.
Yes, you guys could just steal the potions, but like whatever.
Yeah, well, I'm not stealing anything from a black mage wizard.
Coward.
You guys are fucking rude.
But I always find it funny that the smart characters, generally don't talk a lot, but the really stupid ones are the ones that talk all the time and mess up every social interaction.
And there goes Don talking again.
I was about to
Yeah,
say, what does that say about the GM that won't stop talking fucking ever?
Okay, so I'll kind of make sure Esther's with me as I leave.
Good call.
I make sure though, as I'm leaving, I look back and give her the most shit-eating grin ever.
1 second.
As we get outside, I will say 60 is slightly high for a potion of healing, but not crazily high.
She looks back at you with this face.
You look
RID
very
if I've ever
surprised.
seen one.
So I guess that's the only thing I really needed to do. I mean, I will do in the days we have bard stuff to make some money so I can buy a fucking potion, I guess.
All right. Additional news does come in on the military front. The leaders that be are pleased with the results of your having recruited the artificer, and each of your bunks have 100 gold piece bonus waiting for you upon your next long rest.
Very nice.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know about anyone else, but I'm ready for a long rest. I got nothing else to do.
Oh yeah, we can
Cool, because
definitely
I only have 15 gold.
yeah, we can definitely knock out a long rest. And if any of
Is
you
the
have
gold
means
for,
of
like-
Sorry, go ahead.
Is the gold for the ones that only the ones that there was like some sort of contracting or whatever the last time we did this with the army, and I was the only one that did not sign on, but I like tagged along.
You still get paid for assisting because even though you're not technically signed on, you're working for them, and they are going to honor their commitment in that respect.
Okay.
Oh, sick. So I don't have to join the military?
Well, I mean, if you already did, it's too late to get out. But if you did not, then same case applies.
Well, I wasn't here for that. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, same here.
Gotcha. Yeah, there was no real pressure or anything to join. There were certain bonuses, like if you did join up, your characters have a place in the barracks inside the castle, or I think there was they're inside the castle. Otherwise, your characters who are not signed on but are still working with the group, you have to procure your own lodgings elsewhere in the city. So there is a bit of offset cost in that respect.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't want to join the military.
Sure, sure.
What were the conditions of this arrangement?
Let me go back and check.
Because I'll probably join it. Really, kind of depends on the vibe.
Sure.
I've had enough military life to last a lifetime.
I could have sworn we get paid weekly as well or something like that.
Castle Calaman. I think there was something in that respect. Yeah, the Baccharis, Lord Baccharis and his son are here and have wormed their way into the city leadership, but some of the events last game have already undermined some of their endeavors.
Fuck those guys.
Intimidated the shit out.
Yeah, they were trying to make themselves seem more important than usual, or than they are as usual, and this time it backfired pretty well in front of a significant crowd of public officials.
We do that?
Of course we did.
Good. Just like I humiliated the one guy in front of the tavern earlier.
So yeah, after we had the meeting with the governor and the city council, the decision was made that the citizens of Calaman were prepared to offer the refugees of Vogler shelter in the neighborhoods outside the city walls. We can see those on the map just here to the west. The protection of our soldiers, and while we can spare it, food from our tables. The condition of this were Calaman's leaders were concerned about the threat posed by the enemy that attacked Vogler. The city has woefully little information about this foe, and the scouts sent to learn more have all disappeared. Your characters, however, have both faced this foe and saved an entire village from its attack. In return for Calaman protecting the people of Vogler, Calaman's leaders want the characters and Darrett to report to Marshal Vendry as special operatives in the Calaman military. In effect, only one character needs to swear yourself to the military, though all of you are of course welcome, and only until the threat to the region is over. Sworn characters will become esquires of Calaman and be paid 5 gold pieces per week. Sworn characters and their companions will receive free lodging at Castle Calaman. And sworn characters will be given a palm-sized emblem with the blue and gold symbol of Calaman etched into its face. This is a symbol of your special rank. It is akin to a lieutenancy, higher than soldiers, but lower than commanders. And that is pretty much the gist of it.
Okay, well, since it does lay out that it's only until this whole situation's blown over, then yeah, I'd probably join up. Like, yeah, sure.
Right.
Gives me a little extra power and leeway in dealing with this threat, so it sounds good.
Gotcha. Yeah, and it does also sound like even those of you who don't join up would be able to stay in the barracks at the castle if you so choose.
And this will not do anything to harm my oath to the knights, correct?
Correct. I mean, this entire area is in Solamnia, so this is all part of that kingdom.
So I'm going to swear to protect the kingdom, and my sword as my halberd is at their command.
And I swear by the moon and the stars in the sky, I'll be there.
I'll be there.
And I swear.
What the fuck?
Even though my squirehood, when I was a squire, I acquired this, so.
Well, all right there, friends. So we've got that little matter settled as far as who's going to join, who's not going to. It's not incredibly important as long as we all establish that we're on the same team. And if you have joined, you get a little bit extra coin per week.
Lance did sign up as well.
All right, fantastic.
I
Otherwise,
would like to, now that I have some money, I want to go buy 2 potions of healing.
okay. Roll yourself a persuasion check. All right. 120 gold coins later, you got yourself 2 potions of healing. And I will leave your characters to a bit of RP here while we take our halftime break. So we will see you in about 10 minutes or so, friends. Are you with us?
So I'm gonna go down, end up going down to the training grounds and do some training with my halberd.
I polish those.
Maybe assisting some lower level guys that are that also want to train in halberd.
I'm gonna walk around and look to see if I can find any knickknacks lying about.
I'm going to do some gambling and try and find out some information about the city. And its possible underbelly.
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
Well, let's get back into this then.
When I said I'd tell you about the shop, and yeah, I tell you that I get potions and other things.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go scope out Wachan and her shop. Just see what's going on with that.
Oh, came in a little soft there. What's up?
That I am going to then go scope out Wachan and her apothecary and kind of take stock of things. Maybe plan a little sneaky stuff.
I see.
roll up a new character.
I didn't say I was
Yeah.
actually gonna do the steely sneaky stuff. I said I'm gonna just think about it.
Yeah, I have no idea how powerful of a black wizard she is, but
So when you enter the store, she eyes you with a scowl. Who are you?
Will it matter?
You have entered my shop. It matters a great deal.
I am a friend of Hawakon.
Are you now?
May or may not be using friend a little loosely, his term. Can't tell.
He did not tell me to expect you.
I'm not someone most people would expect anyway.
Are you a mage?
Nope, I heard you have potions of healing and things of the like.
But of course. If you are interested in the same healing potions that your friend acquired, I am running low on them at the moment, so price is a bit higher in demand. They are currently 75 gold pieces each.
Doc P would also want to go and at least check out the apothecary, see if there's anything he could use for rites and rituals.
She does have some generic spell components available, as well as focusing devices for pretty much any manner of caster, be it wizard, warlock, sorcerer. But you can definitely tell that she keeps most of her primo equipment elsewhere, out of line of sight.
So you are who they had to deliver these things to, yes?
Interesting that you are in the know on this.
I like to know what's happening around me, so I kind of am nosy in my friends' businesses.
Such curiosity can be quite harmful.
So can a lack of curiosity, I find.
If you are interested in purchase, I am open for business. This is not a saloon where conversation is the norm. If you are not interested, the door is right there.
$75 gold, you said, for potion of healing.
I did.
You've got yourself a deal.
Very well. She produces one from behind the counter. Disguise myself as Hawakan. You guys are gonna get him in so much trouble.
I mean, I'm certainly tempted. 15 gold piece mark.
I mean, we could just give our gold to Hawakan to buy the potions for us at that point.
What kind of sense is that? That's just too logical.
Exactly.
But I certainly didn't think she would jack up her prices even more.
Yeah, I'm looking for that 40 rate.
She looks over at Doc, who has also entered her store. Yes.
Yes. I was looking to see about possibly getting components for rituals and rites of Mishkala.
What specifically were you looking for?
Well, it seems I run low on incense and the like, and am performing rituals and healing the sick in the poorer districts, and was looking to see if you had anything I could use to aid me in those rituals.
Yes, but of course, if you are seeking these basic components, I can provide them for, say, 5 gold.
That seems very reasonable. Let's go ahead and uh, give her the gold and get those components.
All right. Yeah, she does have a number of charms and other interesting baubles and necklaces and what have you around the shop, some of which claim to offer protections against various creatures and maladies.
Can I make a medicine check to see if they would actually work, like if they actually appear to be genuine healing components?
Sure. Yeah, they're probably not very effective at all. More power of superstition.
Like, does Ilyana either do like an investigation or perception check to see if she can kind of just like discern anything about this woman, hopefully like without getting caught.
What is it you're looking to find out?
Like kind of sneaking around to see where she hid those things that Hawakan and Nestor gave her.
She does have a number of drawers and cabinets behind the front counter. You would guess probably somewhere in there.
Okay. Then would that be like a stealth or sleight of hand then if I wanted to try to go take a peek at that stuff?
It would pretty much be an impossibility at this point because she's behind the counter, and there's really no way to access any of that without her seeing, short of being invisible.
Why that attitude, Daniel?
Do you want me distracted?
Ah,
I mean, my my ramblings and preaching can be rather distracting.
use him as a distraction. No, okay, that's fair.
I think I might try and come in as Hawaka.
So, what are we thinking? We gonna try anything here, or are we gonna proceed?
I'm done at the shop.
And do we know anything about her beyond the fact that she just kind of has this apothecary and that Halicon and Esther delivered things to her?
Not anything beyond that, no.
Can I maybe do like a perception check to see if I get any kind of like vibes or whatever from her and like personality read or something?
You can roll that. In general, she would appear to be joyless, all about business. Likely has no interest and no time for anyone who is not a mage, and possibly more importantly, someone who is established as part of the mages of high sorcery. You would gather that she likely has a great many secrets.
Man, you can't tell me that and expect me to do nothing with that. But I will do nothing with that and hang back while everyone else gets whatever they need out of here. And I think we should all be proud that I actually paid for that potion.
Does anyone else have anything that they are doing during this brief period of downtime? I saw there was a lot of text in the chat, but I was not keeping up with all of that.
Yeah, no, I was just helping to train and doing some of my own training in the the training grounds.
All right.
So yeah, I had posted on there that downtime activities. There's practicing a profession.
Yes.
With the performance skill, you can basically maintain a wealthy lifestyle.
Okay.
And to pay for a wealthy lifestyle, in the book, it's 4 gold pieces a day. So basically, I make 4 gold pieces a day with performance. So however many days it's going to take for our downtime, tell me how much I make.
I would say 4 days is what we're looking at.
Okay.
But go ahead and roll the performance check, because it's possible. I would say 4 is the minimum. Yeah, that would be a 4 gold piece day, but how about the others?
Oh, I do it for every day?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, 2 of the days are the baseline 4, 2 of the days are 8.
All right.
And I spent. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'm good for me.
Okay, so I spent my downtime just preaching and helping the sick and needy, following behind Gar with his mending things.
Yeah, the mending thing is that Kadar walked around and just random items that had been thrown away, just cast mending on them and handed them to whoever was watching.
Okay. Yeah, you are finding that in the midst of these uncertain times, people's skepticism and, in some cases, hostility towards religion are not as prevalent. So, whereas even a few weeks ago, you could imagine trying to proselytize like this in public and it being somewhat of a dangerous affair to this is actually, man, it sucks that it took the potential eradication of our way of life for people to come around to this, but it's kind of nice finally.
I am totally going to start a church of Mishikala here.
And once our downtime has concluded, we are on to more missions for the leaders of Kalaman. We have a number of missions that we have to undertake here. And it is our young friend Darrett Highwater, which, oh yeah, I guess we haven't seen this version of him yet. This is him fully decked out in his Solamnic armor compared to the version that we had been hanging out with back in Vogler. Already starting to look like a hardened warrior here.
He's filling out quickly.
Yeah, yes he is. He's getting a lot of training here in a very short amount of time. He is still hopeful for the survival of his lady Becklin, but no word has been heard from any other survivors of Vogler since your characters got them out a number of days ago. But as discussed, it is through him that our characters will be gaining their missions here. And the first one he approaches, let's get off of this map, back to the regional map. Let's clear all of these carcasses out. And we'll get your characters back over to Kalaman. Yep, NPC is permanently stationed there. We need you to investigate a farmstead. It's approximately 20 miles east of the city. We have reports that the farm was overrun by soldiers, possibly of the Dragon Army. The residents who formerly lived there gave first-hand account of the information. We need you to leave with all haste.
Is there any other information you could tell us?
It is slim information for the time being. That is all we have, unfortunately.
With speed being such an issue, are we all going to be given horses?
There are none to be spared, unfortunately, from the military stables. Some of the private stables may be willing to rent some out, but even those may be unavailable at this time. Well, look at you guys with the turnout. 16 viewers tonight. Much love, friends. No are you without you.
Well, then I guess there's nothing for it. We'll have to quick march or something.
Yeah, you
Unless,
could certainly check into renting horses. It's just a chance on the dice.
Right. We have a lot of people, so unless we get everybody a horse, it's not really worth it.
Sure.
And as we're getting ready to leave, I'll say to Darrett, "You wear the armor well, friend."
It is an honor to live up to, but one that I'm still learning.
Knowing what I do of you, will fit in just fine.
We can only hope. Hurry there, but also hurry back, friends. We have much work to do.
We are on our way.
We're already on our way back.
Well, hey, there you go.
Well, okay. Let's check for random encounters on the way there. All is calm and clear. Each of these hexes represents 6 miles, as we can see in the middle of the bay on the east side of the map. 3 hexes east of Calaman, just about 20 miles. You find a ransacked farm. You can see the ruins and the lingering smoke of it from more than a mile out. And as you... Oh, go ahead.
As we kind of get within that kind of range of it and see the smoke, I'll kind of motion for everybody. Do we wish to try approaching this with more of a stealthy approach?
I am not built for stealth.
I did not ask that question, did I?
If the rest of you wish to go a little stealthier, I mean, I will hang back a little, but I need to get to that farm just as much as you do.
I have learned some tricks of the trade upon attaining, well, not really attaining, but being accepted into the Order of the White Robes. I can put a field around us that will conceal us and hide our tracks as well.
Was waiting for him to figure out that you were talking about Pass Without Trace.
I have never heard of such magics.
Ha ha!
Not a surprise. Magic is fairly obscure and kind of feared here in these parts. Yes, I have. It's a new trick I learned. If I can conceal us all, it will make us much harder to detect on our way in.
Very well. The element of surprise might be the advantage that we need.
Would it help if I could fly above and scope the place out and use our newfound hawking devices to tell you what I see?
I feel while that could be useful, I don't think we should split up just yet.
Plus, I mean, wouldn't you be a huge target for archers, if they have any?
People rarely look up for danger.
Unless they're soldiers who are out for war.
If you wish to do this, I can make you invisible.
Would that include my carpet?
You have a carpet that flies?
What?
Yes, I've been riding it this whole time. I thought you would have noticed.
You've never told anybody that you were riding a flying carpet.
Yeah, no shit.
I've said
You're
that
supposed to
4
imagine it.
times already. I've said that 4 times already.
I didn't hear shit tonight.
I didn't hear shit from you about that.
I didn't hear anything.
Oh, but I'm the stupid one.
He maybe didn't have the push to talk turned on when he was talking
No, no
about
kidding. Maybe the stupid one is the one who didn't use push to talk and was telling himself that he had a flying carpet.
Goddamn sneaky lad.
I have armor, class 4 armor.
No, he's definitely said he's been on a carpet before.
No,
At least someone's listening.
It's certainly the first time I've noticed such a thing.
Yeah, when we were talking about horses, you probably could have said, "Hey, I don't need one. I've got this flying carpet that I've been."
I said that twice during the talk about horses, and I said it once when we were coming back with our gnome friend. I offered her a ride on it.
No, I didn't hear you say anything like that.
I certainly did not hear it either.
Yeah,
That's
it
why I
might
offered her a ride on my horse.
be part of the mic issues that we've been experiencing tonight. Because sometimes,
That could be.
yeah, because sometimes it's not that nobody can hear somebody. Sometimes it's some people can hear them and some people just can't. We've had that before too. Like I remember watching one of the replays where Justin could hear Dawn, but he was the only one who could hear Dawn. And Dawn's like, I've been talking this entire time.
John's been in your head this whole time.
Yeah, regardless, so you have a flying carpet, and we're like, oh, well, that's information we had, but it's new.
Yeah, so it's a 4x6 flying carpet. I can fly up to 60 feet per round. It can carry 400 pounds. Technically can carry double. However, that does slow me down to half speed.
So the Big Show can ride it, is what I'm hearing.
Theoretically, yes.
Nice.
I, of course, leave such a decision to you if you feel with the offer of invisibility, indeed as well, if you feel like you want to do that, then go ahead. Does everybody else wish to pass without a trace as we get closer?
Yeah, I like stealthing.
I'm
As I
awful at
said.
stealth.
Well, no, his magic is supposed to stealth us, so yeah, that would probably be, again, as I said before, the element of surprise would probably be the best.
Yeah, make sure everybody's within 30 feet of me, and I will hit. So I can do it once per long rest, as well as using spell slots, because it's part of the feat I got.
Well, go ahead and post up the spell, and we'll see what we're looking at. All right. And we can see for a good ways up to the ruins of this farmstead, where there's a number of trees, thickets, tall grass, rolling hills, where stealth will be made infinitely easier by this spell. And then maybe like 100 yards or so that's kind of open where it may not be as effective. Suffice it to say, is anybody going, are we all sticking together? Or are we splitting
Trying
up?
to be stealthy, me using the calling device is not very stealthy for them, so I'm going to go ahead and stick with them if they're not going to hold back.
Alrighty. Well, when we get to that end of the grove and we can see About 100 yards out to the ruins of the farmstead, there are 6 what appear to be hobgoblins standing out there in the middle of a training exercise with, that person definitely appears to be part of the dragon army based on the black and red armor he's wearing. And at this distance, with what you guys have in play, they certainly do not see anything.
Do they look like they're guarding like a barn or the farmhouse to, like, if they have prisoners or something?
There's not any structure that's left standing, so you don't imagine that they've got anybody captive anywhere. And they're certainly not guarding anything. They are fully focused on whatever this dude is trying to teach them as far as combat.
Well, if he's giving them a lesson in combat, let's see how well those lessons are paying off.
How close is the guy teaching them to the smoke?
They're all standing a good 50, 60 feet away from what smoldering remains are of the buildings.
Would it be possible to use the smoke as cover to get a little bit closer?
It could, but it would require a great amount of time because they are between you and the ruins of the building. So you need to go all the way around and then try to approach from the other side. Nice.
Wanted to try and get close enough to attack this guy.
Well, we're all moving up closer and quietly due to the pass without a trace, and we're going to try to get the jump on him.
Okay. I will remind you that once we break this cover here, there's 100 yards where the sun is shining on you, the shadows are removed, and you are essentially spotlit, i.e. Stealth will be very, very difficult, and as we know, it only takes 1 to spoil it for the rest of the group, so that's why I'm asking
like
you...
me in very shiny armor?
Right, that's why I'm asking you here, while you still have Stealth from 100 yards out, how you want to approach this.
Is there a way to go around and get closer, or are they pretty much right in dead center of the clearing?
It's pretty clear, for the foreseeable horizon. The last area that you guys are going to get the jump on these god-awful low-level character creatures that you guys have already killed by the dozens already. This is as close as you guys have.
Now let's just go for it.
Yeah. I believe let's charge into battle.
Before we do that, can I make a surprise spell?
And if you got something that can hit from 100 yards out, then be my guest.
I've got plenty of them.
I'll try and shoot one.
100 yards, 300 feet.
Yeah, I can shoot 240 feet with the sniper feet.
Okay. As soon as you guys break cover, we're rolling initiative. So if we want to start attacking from 240 feet out, we can certainly do so. Just keep in mind action economy. We're going to have one person taking a turn while everybody else is going, I move, I move, I move.
We could have
No. I want to do it as soon as we break cover and they'll be able to see us. Which you said was at 100 feet, right?
No, 100 yards. 100 yards, 300 feet. That's why I think we're missing something in communication here. Because if the max range is 240 feet, that gives us a 60-foot buffer there, where they can be like, "Hey, look, someone coming! Roll initiative." I will say, they're hobgoblins. So, I mean, strategize as long as you feel comfortable against something that are going to die in one shot from each of you. This combat could have been over already.
Right. So I'm hopping on my horse and charging into battle.
Let's move.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So yes, let's get some initiative going here.
So are we traversing 240 feet in initiative or not?
We are just moving, and I was going to essentially set the distance kind of how we had it in the first Theater of the Mind combat, close enough for melee combatants to get in with a single move, far enough away so that ranged characters can move back a little bit and not necessarily get into melee. 50 feet seems to be about a fair range for Theater of the Mind.
Yes, we are starting in cover 300 feet away.
My question is when are they going to see us then? Because you made a point of saying as soon as we step out with 100 yards, we're going to be shined on and whatever. The light's going to see us like we're not in cover anymore.
Yeah, so basically we're now in combat, out of cover. They saw us, we saw them, and we're all going on our initiative rolls with no surprises, no et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Correct. And to cover the I don't want us to spend the rest of the game moving 30 30. Okay, my turn's done. 30 30, and then 5 rounds from now we're in melee. That's why I said once we break cover, we're in initiative, and Theater of the Mind, they approach you, you approach them, we start the initiative at a 50-foot distance. Makes it so everybody can participate in the combat. Nobody gets left out due to speed or distance or anything like that. Second 19 on initiative there, and Esther is going first.
All right, are any of them within 5 feet of each other?
They are not.
All right, then I'll just use Scorching Ray. Target all 3 towards the Dragon Army dude.
Okay. Hit, crit. Guy's dead. The hobgoblins surrender. Congratulations on the shortest combat in the history of D&D. Yeah, without their leader, they all throw down their arms, and half of them go running away, half of them just kind of stop and throw their hands up where they're at.
Well, all right then.
Looks like we've got 3 prisoners.
Does anyone speak Hobgoblin?
No, we can't. Dracon.
I do not, but let us see if they speak common, because their commander was a human. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Yes.
Lady, you shouldn't make assumptions, Sir Reginald.
I appreciate the insight.
We're just recruits. We know nothing. Newest members.
You do know what happened here. Was there any reason for the attack?
Order from command above. The dead commander has 50 gold on him. Bunch of burned other shit.
What were your last orders?
He said, "This is your final test. Dispatch fools and earn place in Dragon Army. And then you kill him. So we, yeah.
Where is your encampment?
I don't know. It's in the notes somewhere. Did you check the notes? I didn't check the notes. What about you? You were in charge of the notes.
You have no idea where you came from?
We don't know the land here very well. Yes, we're getting closer. It's jogging our mind.
Help action on history.
Yes,
I feel like I killed the wrong one.
south of big city.
Lead us to the camp.
It's so far.
You can lead us there, or we can burn your corpses here. Your choice.
I'm gonna look around and see if they have any supplies, like, food stores or anything like that they brought, or...
Nothing like they it didn't look like they were planning on making this place a base or anything like that. Like they've got their standard field kit with them with a few days of supplies.
Oh, okay. What I wanted to make sure is see if they, were prepared to be out for a few days, or if they are lying and not,
Yeah, I
like,
mean
"No,
they've
we're
got
way
this.
over there."
They got the same stuff that you do, basically. Like if in a pinch, you could probably survive out here for a week with what you got.
Okay.
But it's nothing but maggoty bread for 3 stinking days.
It's back on the menu, boy.
Ah, why can't we have some meats?
Did they take that rations from the orcs?
I wouldn't.
Ron wriggling.
I don't care how far it is to get back to your camp. You're leading us there now.
Oh. Alrighty. So, we are gonna roll some checks here. Stupid hobgoblins. And this is why the Coalescence is built the way it is. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that's not bad. That's god awful. So the hobgoblins immediately begin arguing about which way is south. And particularly, 2 of them agree on which way is south, but they don't agree on which point to turn south. One of them thinks that we should just go south from here. The other one says, no, it's south from the big city. The other one believes that south will be somehow across the Calaman Bay right here, and you guys will have to somehow float 15 or so miles across the water.
We gotta get a rat.
So how do we want to try to discern navigation from them when it seems that they are at odds as far as which way to go and when to go there?
We take one of them and two strong detainee type people and fly them up on the magic carpet and tell them to spot their camp.
I don't believe torture will be necessary. Apparently, it was a large group of them. Anybody have tracking skills or, outdoorsman type things? I have basic tracking.
Are we misunderstanding? I'm saying take them into the sky and so they can see their camp.
I thought you were wanting to take them in the sky and push them off.
No, he just wanted to make sure that the guy wasn't up there alone with one party member so the hobgoblin could push somebody off.
Correct.
Ah, okay. I misinterpreted.
Yeah, make sure the guy is restrained whilst giving directions, is what I heard.
Wow, I have a 20 on my survival check for tracking.
Well,
Remember, the carpet can only carry up to 400 pounds total.
well, you said it could do 800, but it would be slower, right?
My bad, yes, 800 it can do, but it'll be slow.
Yeah.
But
So maybe if you have the Kender and Katie restrain the hobgoblin, and then you pilot the vessel, I think we can get it done, if that is the path that we want to go.
Nothing says that we can't use more than one technique.
Absolute. While you're checking survival check, there are clawed footprints leading to the south from this area.
There are claws leading off to the south over here, so it's probably some of those draconian things that we were encountered before.
and
Should we just
what does the hobgoblin point to once we get high enough up?
Oh, okay, so we are going to try that as well. Well, let's check his wisdom again. Oops, double click, but he got a natural 20.
Hell yeah.
Quite the opposite of our usual NPC activity. Yeah, he's pointing in this direction, pretty much straight south. And for those of you up in the air, you've got a clear look at this river branch right here where it looks like there are some overturned wagons that have also suffered from some of these raiding attacks going on.
Sick. So when we go back down, we tell the rest of the party, which will also discover that it's directly south, and we can tell them about the overturned wagons.
Hails to the air.
Let's head to them.
All
Did
right.
you see
For the win.
like a large encampment or no?
No large encampment, but it is a good 20 or so miles out in the woods and mountains.
And no like smoke fires or anything?
No.
Okay.
All right, let's continue on our journey.
Are we going to take these hobgoblins as our prisoners and drag them along, or what are we going to do about them?
Take us out to lunch! Hello?
Lunch, you have your rations, don't you?
Oh, you let us keep our gear. How generous!
Yeah, we're not gonna let them hold anything that's sharp or could be used as weapons and shit. But
My fork!
eat with your fingers.
Or we could just kill them.
Ah! Bad
Drink
option.
their water.
Worst option.
Or
I don't believe in
we can
cold-blooded
enslave
murder.
them to indentured servitude.
Bad form.
Even I know that's a little fucked up.
So we've got death, we've got freedom, and indentured servitude, but servitude's the worst one.
Yes.
I mean, I can understand where we're coming from. I mean, we can't let them go free. They could go back to the camp and warn of our approach.
You have horse and flying carpet. How we get there before you? Thought we was
Do
the
we
dumb
happen
ones.
to have one of the bones that's tied to one at the city?
Oh yeah.
Let's use that to call somebody to come out and get these guys.
Leave them tied up and let the guards come. Sounds good
Call
to me.
for backup. NPCs always end up
Can I
saving the
still
day.
steal whatever's on them?
You can. They each have 20 gold pieces.
Yeah, let them know that we have 3 hobgoblin prisoners and that we are going to act on intel gotten from them to go investigate another location.
Okay, we send. Wait, that's the prisoners. All right, we'll send someone to round them up right away.
All right, let's head south. Let's make sure that we are being careful with those overturned wagons, though.
Yeah, it's only a short time later in the day that you come across those toppled wagons, and they have been stripped clean. No sign of any ambush nearby, but it does seem like it could be a location for one.
Can we do like a perception check to see if there's any ruffians about?
Absolutely.
I rolled that survival to see if there's any signs of bloodshed at this location.
Definitely. And
There's
following.
no plus 10, that was for the stealth.
Say again?
I said there's no plus 10. That was for the stealth because we had the pass without trace. So I expected us to do it, but I forgot to deselect it.
Gotcha. With the survival check and just spotting the signs of recent combat, you kind of follow just your gut, and over near the bank of the river, buried under some tall brush, you see what appear to be the bodies of those who were transporting these wagons in the first place.
I'll motion. What'd you get? The priest name again?
Doc P.
Yeah, I'll motion Doc P over as I do my own little prayer over the bodies.
And as far as our perceptions, there does not appear to be any ambush waiting here, though you have a sneaking suspicion that this site was set for one, and not just for the wagons that passed through, but also leaving this site in the state that it's in. You would guess that those responsible for this raid probably hung out here for a number of hours, if not even a day, waiting for somebody else to come upon this before they recently gave up.
Okay, so if the area seems clear, I'm gonna perform a quick rite for the dead civilians.
All right. They all
With
raise as zombies as your servants. Let's do this!
What the fuck? The gods are evil. With that survival check, do I also see, like, can I tell, like, maybe what happened here? Like, where's the clawed feet and stuff like that?
Definite indication of those weird lizard, dragon, humanoid creatures. And the tracks continue to lead south across the river, so matching up with what our hobgoblin prisoners told us. And at this point, they will be taken into custody and transported back to Kalaman.
And execute.
Is there any way to determine the size of the force that was here?
It doesn't look too big, just a small skirmishing force, maybe 8-10 people total.
I will let the rest of the group know that if we want to continue tracking these guys.
We probably should. The Hobgoblins said that they were just the newest recruits, so they could have been sent out with a small scouting party to test their mettle. So there could be larger forces gathering further south, and we should definitely investigate that.
Indeed, it would be a good idea to know where they are.
And at some point over all of this travel overland, we will need to take a long rest just due to the distance, but don't know that there's necessarily a lot we need to recover.
My level 2 spell slot.
I rest my case. There's not a lot we need to recover. Why didn't that stay? There it is. Okie doke. So we gonna continue proceeding across after the rest?
Affirmative.
I believe so.
Alrighty. And once we reach these trees here to the south, and actually we're over in this locale, so we're going into a valley through some trees. It's going to be kind of tight quarters. How do we want to establish our marching order in this?
I should be near the front.
Now that we've rested, I could do the pass without trace again.
Hey, hey.
Since it's all trees, it'll be useful.
Just walking along with everyone.
I can kind of float
Roughly in the
above
middle.
that pretty much anywhere in the marching order.
Esther's going to be last.
I'll be in the middle. That way I can have the pass without trace thing going for everybody.
Alright, everybody go ahead, roll your stealth.
$27.
Nice, I got a 32.
Dude, I'm wearing heavy armor and disadvantage, and I got one less than Kadar.
Oh, Kadar didn't add his plus 10.
Well, yeah, nobody really did.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yep, I didn't either.
Oh, just me, okay.
Okay.
So mine's the lowest.
I mean, 18 isn't too low.
All right, so as we can see here on the map, our encampment, the mighty encampment that we are in search of, contains all of 6 of these draconian creatures. One of them is on alert, looking right down the path that you guys are approaching from, and from only 20 feet away as you guys round the bend to where you guys suddenly come across this campsite. If you guys hadn't been so stealth, there would have been no way to avoid. Holy crap! Fight right now! But as it is, this guy's looking almost right at your group, just kind of like, I don't see nothing.
Must have been the wind.
So we are extreme close distance on this group of draconians. Most of them are just sitting around a campfire speaking in draconian, or I'm sorry, draconic.
Can I hear what they're saying then? I can speak Draconic.
They're talking about
They're
talking about how badass that raid was earlier, as far as who killed who and what was stolen from the wagons. Looks like a fair amount of coin and supplies were taken.
Is the one who is on alert talking as well, or is he kind of away from the group?
He's like 30 feet away from them. He's definitely kind of like turning an ear towards the conversation, but also still keeping vigilant as best he can on sentry.
Does one stick out as more of the leader over there?
I don't want to answer that, because he'll be fucking dead before I finish answering it. The one that looks different.
Okay, before we roll initiative, I'm going to go ahead and cast silence on the sentry. That way he can't sound an alarm.
What is the zone for silence? Because we are close enough that it may affect some others of the Draconians, and we are close enough that it may inadvertently affect some of us. Not sure just how big a AOE it is.
20-foot radius sphere centered on point I choose.
Yeah, that's, I mean, we're 20 feet away from him. So those of us in the front ranks will likely be caught in its area of effect. And then he's 30 feet away from the rest of the group, so it's unlikely that they will be caught in it.
But he's quite visible to them, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, so if we do anything to him, they'll notice that.
That's fair. Yeah, okay.
So we could have someone swing on him while a couple of us spellcasters send some spells and the guy at the center. I mean, I don't know.
I want the leader.
Oh, it's not like unless he's wearing a rank insignia, we don't know who that is.
Right.
Kind of want to try an intimidation check just to have them give up.
Well, any number of options. They are a bit tougher than the hobgoblins you wiped the floor with earlier, but you've got them with their pants down here pretty much, so
Yep.
one solid round of assault, it's unlikely that most of them will be standing after.
It's
Yeah,
also,
and I don't think we'll have enough time to really talk strategy.
right.
We're really close.
Sure.
Being that we're right here, we can't really have a long conversation about
Right.
it.
I mean, I guess I would like to just cast a spell right in the center of the camp then.
Yeah, how close together are the other people?
They're all around a campfire, so I'd say within 15 feet of each other.
Okay.
I was going to say, can I try a intimidation before we pop off?
I mean, this is the surprise round. We each get a surprise action at this point.
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
All right. Well, I'm going to charge one on horseback. So.
Yes, indeed.
And I would end up shooting my crossbow at the one that looks different then.
Okay, well, after one of you does one thing, this is what the battlefield looks like. And that is a successful shot on the leader, who is already halfway dead. That is a near miss from Dawn. My AC is 15.
God damn these fucking dice.
What else we...
Intimidation, I could have just got robbed.
Is anyone else going to attack on the surprise round, or?
Yeah, I'll drop a
I
chill
mean, the most
touch.
I can do is try to stealth up on that front guy on my own.
He's probably dead now.
Oh wait, I get 2 attacks per round.
Who is the target? Yeah, that one will be perishable. That will successfully hit the leader. We got anything else?
Just on one of them, so that if they do survive it and want to attack, there'll be a disadvantage.
I think Juliana
Failed
said
save.
she was going to sneaky attack, right?
I mean, that's all I can do. I don't have anything that I can do from a distance. So the only thing I would be able to do on like a surprise round would be to try to stealth myself over there and stab somebody.
Surprise round is... never mind. Just, yeah, go ahead.
Stealth check first.
You've already rolled. You're good. Okay. So, if that was against the different one, he
Yes,
is
sir.
still alive. We said something about an intimidation check.
Yeah, I'm going to tell the rest of them to drop their weapons and others surrounded.
Okay.
I'll use command and presence.
Okay, and they will happily do so.
Very.
Getting Storm King's Thunder vibes.
Right, having a million freaking prisoners by the time we're done.
Yeah, not only that, but I'm not used to this being combat, I guess. Like, I'm all for stealth, surprise, ambush, and what have you in that respect, but that being the precursor to a larger combat to come, not that being the end of the combat. And that does look like what they have us set up here for with our current party composition. and the forces to be arrayed. But regardless, great job kicking their ass tonight. Hobgoblins, Draconians alike. We will proceed with this 2 weeks from now, which I believe is the 5th of July. Checking my calendar. Yes, indeed. 6 p.m. Pacific on July the 5. We will be back with this campaign. Tomorrow, maybe another replay at some point throughout the day. Maybe not. We'll see just what happens with all that. And then Sunday morning, we are back 10 a.m. with our G1, G3 crossover event, Jeans Are Risen, where we will tie up a rather important storyline here for Sunday mornings before proceeding on to bigger and brighter things. Thank you so much here, Friday crew, for being here tonight. Great job again as far as the ass whoopery is concerned. And we will catch you next time around. You know, there is no RU without you. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, y'all. Thanks, Daniel.
Good
Yeah,
night.
good night, everybody.
Night, y'all.
I get the feeling we're going to feel really overconfident because we're doing so well, and then we're making our asses handed to us.
Oh, he'll TPK us next time for sure.
That are damn close.
I mean, everything up to this point, all the stuff we've encountered has been fucking tough. I think these little ones are just gonna be like, "Oh yeah, you're doing so well."
Well, to be fair, the one robot electronic thing or whatever that we fought, I did accidentally explode it. Like, it was not on purpose. That was dumb luck.
Well, hopefully I've got enough heals to keep us alive long enough to take on most everything.
I'm also a healer as well with my bard spells.
And I have some healing as a paladin.
I can cure poisons.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can
just
steal
a hooligan.
I can't heal, but I got a lot of battlefield control stuff.
I mean, we're definitely got some stacked abilities here, but this is one of those moments where I feel like I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop because it's like, oh yeah, we're doing really well, but that's bad.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah,
which
I'm
end to
sure.
go
I'm
on.
sure it'll definitely come. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely not used to this whole one round of combat. Something's gonna happen soon.
I feel like maybe the module's like, oh yeah, like you're doing so well and everything's going your way. Oh, fuck you.
Listen, the first time was an accident. All right, I didn't expect it to happen.
No, none of us did.
Heck, I was seeing what spells I was gonna start slinging at them to help you, and then you just go ahead and kill them right off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely false sense of security vibe.
We'll have to stay on our toes henceforth.
All right, have a good night.
All right, y'all too.
See y'all later.